Microphone check. Hello? How is everybody? Thank you for all the mic checks. Appreciate that. Are we live on the YouTubes? We are live on the YouTubes. Percy's here. Oh, not Percy. Wow, I can't believe I said that. It's Pierre. That's crazy that...
Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Percy's is Anthony's ex-girlfriend's dog's name.
That is not the case. I don't think any of my ex-girlfriends had dogs. Not that I know of. The kind of girlfriend did. That dog did not like me.
Kind of girlfriend or girlfriend who continued to be a girlfriend?
No, just kind of girlfriend. We were never at anything official.
What was the dog's name?
No idea. No idea. It was a little Chihuahua. And anytime I was at her house, it was just...
I think that's just regular Chihuahua behavior.
Man, it's the worst. They are annoying. Merrick, good morning. Isn't Merrick like a very solid, traditional Polish name? I'm going based off of one of my old friends from Seton Hall. Naara's in Austin.
Oh,
I
no.
wonder if she saw Scotty B and
Andy.
the Big Dum Dums. Oh, it's a Slovak name. Slovakian? Is that what I would say? Yeah.
Oh, they posted. Oh, God. Wait. It's the Chips theme song.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in Austin. It is a very crowded city.
This week or in general? Doesn't Elon Musk live there now?
Elon's been in Texas for a while. I don't know if he's in Austin, though. I
heard he lives on one of those bars in Rainy Street.
I'm sure he could buy all of those bars on Rainy Street and live in all of them.
I would.
Kendi said, if we lose TikTok, I will not be going to Facebook. I like to spend minimal time on there. Agreed. But I am on Instagram a lot, and Facebook owns Instagram.
I don't know, but don't sleep on Facebook for getting those clicks, because those old people love to click anything in their face.
That's true.
And I decided I'm going to start posting there more.
You should. I think you're going to be huge with the
9,
elder crowd.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony. Why
Who's
isn't
that?
it switching?
Who's that?
Why isn't it switching? There we go. What? Why do you keep saying who's that? What is wrong with you? Are you a Saints fan all of a sudden?
That's a thing.
They do the who dat.
They say who dat?
I think it's them and the Bengals both do that.
Well, that's stupid.
Well, you also just added the John Cena there. What are you doing? Are you okay? Carla Marie's just glitching with catchphrases. Where's the beef?
Milk.
Bet you can't believe it's hot butter. You all right? Taste the rainbow.
Stop. I'm sweating. I don't even know.
Left Twix or right Twix? It's a move from Thriller, isn't it?
Oh.
They do that. They do. That's definitely the move from Thriller.
We should do a whole TikTok before it gets erased from the planet of catchphrases and dances and pretend like that's something else.
Oh, man.
I don't know what it's.
Are you okay? I kind of do hope at this point, they delete TikTok because then I'll be like, good thing I never spent any time posting there.
And then it erases everybody's accounts and we all get to start from scratch.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I would be like, oh, this app's cool. Because when it first came out, I was like, I'm not doing lip dubs.
Well, because originally it was Musical.ly, wasn't it? Wasn't Musical.ly the predecessor?
Yeah.
Like the same app?
Yes, I believe so.
And then they turned it into TikTok?
And Anthony literally ran commercials on the radio. Well, you didn't run them, but they came to you and said, hey, we want you to be the voice of this, the same way that Danielle does Ideal Image commercials in New York. That's what Anthony's job was for TikTok on the radio.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got to do a video lip singing. And we were like,
yeah. I do look back. What?
lip syncing.
Yes.
I said singing.
I used to think it was singing too.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you are lip singing.
But that would be regular singing too. You're all singing is with your lips.
Syncing.
Unless you're singing as like a ventriloquist.
And I was like, oh, we'll do this stupid video, fine. And I helped you film it and you posted it. And now I look back and I'm like, we could have been so rich if we went into this.
Here's the crazy part. I was originally whitelisted on TikTok,
Yes,
which means I was one of like the first creators that had access where TikTok put me on a list. And if I posted things, it would have like promoted
show
it.
more people.
The problem was I was so busy with radio stuff that I had no extra bandwidth, if you will, even though I hate using that phrase, to do any other social media stuff.
And although I am grateful that I did nothing, but I also look back to end of March, April, even May of 2020, and like, what was I doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I do know, but I was doing nothing, also just talking to my family all the time because that's when my mom was going through all of her heart surgery and everything, so it was just constant.
Wasn't that also when you found out your niece was pregnant?
Niece
around
was
that
pregnant.
same time?
Ashley's wedding was getting canceled. I mean,
Yeah.
so it was just constant on the phone with everyone. Like, I was never alone, ever.
So I do.
So I
you know
couldn't
what?
make TikTok dances.
Since TikTok is on the list, let me run through the list real quick, and then we'll jump to the bottom. So parenting advice. Apparently, Carla Marie has that for everybody. Is cheating genetic? The best sandwich in the world. What do you think it is, quick?
Cheeseburger.
I guess it'd be a sandwich, right? Not number one.
PB&J.
Throw some guesses in there before we get into it.
Me?
No, in the chat. Lisa, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. Super Soaker.
It's not Super Soaker.
What was the
Super Soak that.
I know it is, but the Super Soaker, we were mixing catchphrases with dances, remember?
Yeah.
Super
Well,
Soaker.
why'd you yell? You did it wrong.
Because I was mixing them. I was mixing the Super Soaker gun
But
with the dance. Okay, you're not picking up what I was putting down. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to move on from there. Jen, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. Let's see. PB&J is on there. Grilled cheese, turkey club. None of those are number one. Italian sub, not on the list. Or maybe it's on the list, but it's not number one. All right. We'll get into the best sandwich in the world. And now, the TikTok ban. Now, let me be very clear about something. Yes.
We were talking about challenges or TikTok things we've done. There was a TikTok challenge I did early on in COVID, and you helped me. And it was when you throw the pickles and you try to catch them in your mouth in slow-mo.
I don't remember.
I need to go back and find that video. It's on my TikTok. I don't post that much, but it's a slow of me catching pickles.
I remember when I first like really used TikTok, because like we said, I had used it when they essentially paid me to use it, and I don't even remember what that video was.
So you are the reason our government's about to fall.
Maybe. There was a video I found of Carla Marie when we were on one of our road trips. I think it may have been the Fun Employment road trip, possibly. And it was when there were the little cones in the gas station.
Yeah, the
funnels.
Paper funnels in the gas station. I was like, is this for snow cones?
Yes. And I just took that video, didn't edit it, didn't do anything. I put it on, and I woke up the next morning, and it had like 250,000 views or something.
And that's when we were like, something's up with this app.
That was weird. But let's talk about the TikTok ban for a second. Elizabeth Fazio is in here?
Well, is that the real Elizabeth Fazio?
It could be. Will the real Elizabeth Fazio please stand up?
Well, how do we know if it's her?
I don't know. Put the secret word in there. We have a secret word.
We don't have a
Yeah,
secret.
we do. I don't know what it is. So, today, I believe the House will be voting on whether or not they want to pass this TikTok ban. Then it would have to move to the Senate. Then it would have to move to the president's desk. So we don't know if it'll actually happen. And it's not necessarily a direct TikTok ban. If they pass it today, it doesn't mean TikTok goes away tomorrow. What they are going to do is they are trying to force the parent company of TikTok, ByteDance, to divest TikTok and sell it to an American-owned company.
Okay, but
Like Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank apparently wants to buy it.
I have a question then. What if they sell it to an American-owned company and then they're like, oh, yeah, you're going to get all these users. And then China's like, nope, we don't want your app in China.
They could do that.
And then that person who bought it in America is like, well, I'm screwed.
They very well can. And she hasn't used the secret word yet, but she said it's her.
That, by the way, we're also streaming on YouTube, and that's where these messages are coming from.
So here's my problem with this whole thing. I don't care, first off, whether or not TikTok goes. Right? I know there's a lot of people who depend on TikTok for content or for news or for revenue if they make a lot of money on TikTok. I get it, and that sucks. But access to a private company is not something that is guaranteed at all. Right? That's all TikTok is. It's a private company. But my problem is the reason the American government is apparently against TikTok now is because they believe China has access to all of our personal data.
But then what about Temu? Are they not blocking Temu?
Temu is just not as big.
I don't know.
And Temu is harder to use to impact like an election, right? You can't just use Temu to spread
Election
fake
lies.
news or whatever, or election lies or whatever it is. The biggest problem is they collect a lot of data, as all the apps do. And the only reason they're coming down on TikTok is because the parent company of it is Chinese. So there's part of it is legit racism against Chinese.
Right.
Part of it is against the Chinese government, because in China there are rules under the Chinese government where the government can ask private companies to do specific things. Mm-hmm. So the theory, even though they claim it has never happened, is the Chinese government can ask ByteDance for data from TikTok to use against Americans. Okay. I get all of that.
They're coming for me.
I get all of that. My biggest issue is if we are going to hold TikTok to a privacy standard, I would love to see holding Meta and X and YouTube and Apple all to the same privacy standard. I get it. They're American companies. It doesn't mean they don't do malicious things too.
Facts.
Right? Remember back in, was it 2016 during that election, there was the whole deal with Facebook selling data to
Russia.
No, there was damn it. What was someone's going to have it in here. Someone knows what I'm talking about.
Kendi just said, I would hate to lose all my saved recipes that I'll never make.
Cambridge, thank you very much.
So what happened?
Thank you, Matt.
Full
Cambridge Analytical or whatever the company or
he said
group was called. It wasn't the university, I don't believe. Cambridge Analytical, I think, was the company they sold a bunch of data to. And Cambridge then took it and used it to run essentially ads that kind of threw our elections into, or ads that kind of like messed with Americans through social media. So if we are going to pass a law specifically for TikTok because of the data that they can store, I think we should hold all of the companies that store our data to the same level.
Correct. So when you run for election, you can do that.
Oh, I'd get assassinated like this if I ran. Like this.
For like city council?
Yeah. Because I'd be bringing them all down.
Okay.
I'd be like, we're not going to have TikTok here in Fargo, North Dakota. I don't know where I would be able to run for. I've never lived in Fargo, but
you've been.
I think Seattle's too big of a city for me to run for mayor or anything.
Were we in Fargo?
We've been to Fargo, yes.
No, I'm not saying. I'm talking about like Ballard City Council.
Yeah.
Not city, whatever. We got something. Like a rap in our area.
We have a councilman who is in the Seattle City Council.
Yeah, what's he doing? Because he's not enforcing parking, and I'm doing that on my own.
TikTok needs to add community notes like they have on Twitter. I don't think I've ever used community notes on Twitter.
How come when people like sell analytical data and then they use it,
Yeah.
they like then say, all right, well, I'm going to buy all these ads or whatever. Why is no one like adopt all the puppies and the cats? Like, why are they not doing ads for good things?
Because
I want to do that.
Because it's very hard to profit off of good things.
No,
That's why.
See, this is when I say, universe, let me win the lottery. I will do good things with it.
I probably wouldn't.
No,
I'll be honest.
Shut up. Don't say this. He's not in my space. Get out of here with that
I
news.
would do like a handful of good
Stop
things.
Stop it.
What? I'm saying that you can win it. It's fine.
I will feed the cats, the puppies, the kids as well.
Okay.
I will get people off the streets.
I can't wait to go to our first topic, which is parenting advice, because you want cats, dogs, kids.
No, I'm not giving parenting advice.
As to who you would feed first.
Yes.
Cats, dogs, kids.
Well, no, I guess. I don't.
So we will see. And obviously, if you want to keep informed about what's going on with TikTok and how Congress is voting for it, I know Carla Marie did a story about why Donald Trump originally supported a ban on TikTok and maybe why he pulled away from his support from that ban.
Which, honestly, I really think the ban was going to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came out and said, I don't support a ban on TikTok anymore, I think he kind of threw a little bit chaos into the voting situation.
That's what people thought was going to happen. So far, most House Republicans still support a ban. But we're trying not to get super political on this show. But if you want to learn more about that and follow it, we will have updates on the Morning Show podcast. You can listen to that wherever you get your shows. Back to the top, Carla Marie.
Okay, parenting advice.
Yes.
I overheard a absolute gem the other day when I was literally walking on our street. There were three, I'm assuming moms.
Were you singing doo-wah diddy diddy dum diddy do?
I saw three moms walking.
It's the only thing I can think of when people say walking down the street.
One was obviously venting
Okay.
to the other moms. And one of them said, but here's what you need to understand. Your good parenting is only as good as all the other good parenting of kids in that class.
Yeah.
So you could teach every little gentle parenting, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And then your kid goes to school and there's one wild child that throws everything off because at that age, whatever they learned in the last 5 minutes is what they're doing.
Yeah, but I mean, again, every time we talk about parenting, I have to mention this. I don't have kids of my own. No. You don't have kids of your own. But with that said, I feel like just because your kid might hang out with quote unquote bad kids or kids that are parented differently than yours at school or at whatever club they're in, they still spend the most amount of time at home, right? So
Waking
what you
hours,
do, I still think you spend most of your quality time is still spent at home, hopefully. And the things you do there through repetition are more likely to become habit for your kids than they're still going to pick things. They're still going to pick things up at school. Obviously, right. We all do. Adults pick things up at work.
Yeah,
that's just humans. We pick things up from the groups we're around.
But I'm not saying to throw out your parenting out the window.
Okay,
just hearing that, I think is important for parents to understand. Like, you can do all of this stuff at home. You can't beat yourself up over it when your kid goes to school and comes home and just poops on the floor or whatever they learned in school. I don't know. Yeah,
like my parents didn't teach me to be the class clown in middle school, but that's just kind of
you grew into that role.
I grew into it. And there definitely was a class where I was worse because of the other kids in the class, where we actually had a competition to see who could get kicked out of class the most.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have been as bad if I wasn't in that class, because I wouldn't have been in that competition.
And we wonder why there was a decline in teachers.
Yeah. Shout out to Senorita Brewer. I apologize. Oh, no. Brewer was 7th grade, maybe.
Okay.
She also didn't last very long after my class. But the one in 6th grade, where we had the competition to see who could get kicked out the most, that teacher left after the end of the year. Like, we were bad. We had a girl, Corey, who would eat her test scores.
What the? Wow, Ridgewood High School,
Middle school. We did not have the tradition of excellence in middle school. That was just Ridgewood High School. It's printed on our walls. I don't know. It's printed on the outside wall. Tradition of excellence, Ridgewood High School.
Okay, well, you get to high school, you just stop eating your test scores?
I mean, I did. I never really had my test scores.
Where's that girl now?
You know, she did friend request me or whatever on Facebook a while ago. I think she's got kids of her own now. She seems pretty normal. I don't know.
Do you think she?
I also haven't been on Facebook in like 2 years.
Do you think she ever like told her kids I used to eat my test scores?
Probably. It was me.
If my dad was
girl,
ever like, or my mom was ever like, oh, I used to eat my test scores.
Yeah, but your
I'd
mom,
be like, I'm moving out.
Your mom told you that she used to ride her bike in the what was it in the pesticide spray thing, right?
Yeah, the kids and her and her friends used to. All the kids in the neighborhood used to chase the mosquito truck that sprayed all the pesticides.
Yeah, I'm sure that was healthy.
And I was like, that's why my toe looks so weird.
Yeah, that's why a lot of things have probably happened in your life with you and your siblings.
Amanda said, young Anthony sounds so much like my 14-year-old son. I still have hope.
Young Anthony was awful. Just, I wasn't a bad kid. I know that sounds weird with what I'm about to say. I was annoying and
like I guess a rebel.
I was a rebel, but I was also lame
Without
at the same
a cause.
time. Yeah. Well, when you're a kid, you don't really have a cause to be a rebel. You don't really,
Exactly.
But I'm trying to think. There was Corey who ate her tests. Then there was me, Tyler, Danny Castro, and Albert who had a competition to see who could get kicked out the most, the four of us. I think I won. Yeah. But like one of them is a firefighter now. One of them owns his own business in Arizona. I don't know what Tyler does. He became very like straight edge because he was a wrestler and had to cut weight all the time or something.
Teachers are not paid enough.
No, they're not. No, our class was a zoo. Like our teacher would walk in and we'd be standing on our desks.
We would put a fart machine in the there was the front of the room where like the folders would go. There's like that little cubby that was on the wall. So it's like, I guess teachers would get mail sometimes or things that need to be put. Inter-office memos, I guess, would go there. Well, one time someone put a fart machine in there.
What's a fart machine? Like a little...
And then you have the remote and you hit it. Or you would just set it to go off randomly. And she was losing her mind.
She couldn't find it?
Rest in peace, Mrs. Singler.
Did it killed her?
No. She couldn't find it. And then she said something like, that's it. I'm going to get Dr. Pereira, like the supervisor. So she walked out and then I think whoever had it like went and grabbed it out of the thing and never got in trouble.
I just realized, did you ever get sent to the office and have to like sit there for a class until the next class, like next period? Never?
Because I was not an asshat.
Not once.
I was literally in charge of the student body. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I love that you made it sound like you had real responsibilities.
I was class president. I had to do the announcements. You think anyone's going to take my announcements seriously?
The only one who has less responsibilities than the North Arlington class president is the actual president. He didn't do anything.
No one was going to take my announcements seriously if I was dicking around.
You and your 16 other students?
First of all, my class was 111.
Okay.
109 made it.
Oh, that's good. It's pretty good average.
Yes. Twins. They were Polish.
Oh, neither of them made it?
No. I think they just, unfortunately, didn't speak English. So I don't
Tough.
know how there should have been a better plan for them.
You guys didn't have like an ESL?
I don't know. They moved there our junior year.
That's tough.
I know.
Okay. What?
Oh. Jill said, my niece and nephew go to North Arlington. Ask them if they talk about the greatest class president to ever exist.
Are you enshrined on a wall somewhere?
I should be. My brother's in there in the Hall of Fame or something.
For sports?
I think for donations.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you give a school money, they'll put your name anywhere.
I know. My sister's in there actually for her cheerleading team winning nationals.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm going to go talk to them.
I used to be on, there was a big board in one of our gyms. I think Gym 3 had the Hall of Fame for sports. Well, we had my graduating class was the smallest one in our school, and we had 390 kids.
Yeah, but you still don't need 3 gyms.
We were a big school. I don't know. I don't tell you. But I think it was Gym 3 that had, or Gym 1, that had a big board on the wall, and it was the Wall of Fame, or the whatever. And I believe I was on there because our javelin relay team set the school record. And I don't think that's been beat since we put it up there. If anyone knows anyone at Ridgewood High School and they still have that wall, Please
should
have
go.
them check.
Have you been back to your high school since you graduated?
Yeah, well, my brothers went there after me, so I had to like drop off
So you
lunches and stuff.
What are they, 8?
Huh?
They couldn't buy school lunch?
They would just forget things all the time. Like we'd have lunch and we'd just forget it.
I used to go to the office. Can I call my mom? Because we didn't have cell phones.
Well, and on top of that, I had all of my coaches were still there. So when I would go drop off a lunch, I'd go sit in Coach Glitton's office and hang out with him for a little bit until I had to leave.
Well, I would literally be like, I got to call my mom. I'd be like, Mom, I forgot my binder.
Yeah.
Just all the time from the office.
But then after my youngest brother's graduation, I don't think I've been at that school for anything.
You should go back. It's fun. Like you walk in and you're like, immediately, it's like a movie. You're like,
well, I need a reason. I'm not just going to show up.
But it like
just
the
giving
smell.
kids high fives. Hey guys, what's up?
The smell hits you, and you're just immediately brought back.
I don't really remember a smell from my high
school. You
school.
won't until you get there. I'd remember it. 100% I remember mine. But
yeah.
I remember gym, hallways, and cafeteria. Like I can smell all of it.
I don't remember
100%.
any of the smells from them. I don't
Anyway,
know how
I go
we
back
got
to my high school all the time. Well, I guess now that I got one kid left, my nephew.
He's still in the high school?
Yeah, what the hell? I just got so confused. I was like, did he graduate? Is he a senior? Yeah, he graduates this year.
And then that's it.
But one of my favorite teachers of all time, Tracy Hughes, English. I go visit her whenever I can.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have to check in?
Yeah, so the front desk person also would let me run the whole school if I wanted to, but I don't know if she's there anymore.
Yeah, and obviously, this is
Also,
the negative side.
I have to I have to buzz in the right way and be checked in and see my face, that whole thing.
The last time I went there was no buzz-in or anything like that because we have a bunch of entrances too.
So do we, but
we
all
have
locked.
We have an off-duty teacher that has to sit at every
off-duty teacher.
Yeah, because Ridgewood High School has a rotating schedule.
Okay, but you made it sound like I don't think it's called off-duty.
Yeah, you're not teaching in that period.
Yeah,
it's an off-duty teacher for that moment or whatever. But either way, every teacher, I guess, throughout the course of the day has one period where they don't have class. So they're responsible. It's not their lunch period, but they're responsible for being by the entrances and exits and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They're the first person you see. Then they ask you what you're there for. They send you to the office. You have to get a sticker but it's crazy kind of seeing the development. Like when I was in high school, my parents could just walk in.
Yeah.
And go straight to the office and be like, call Anthony for me.
Sonali and Heather said that is called their prep period.
Maybe. And then we also had, because we had an open campus and
what does that
free
mean?
periods, so we could come and go on campus as we wanted. No, as long as you were not a freshman. Sophomore, junior, senior, you could come and go as you wanted.
Well, you could come and go, but you can't skip class.
Yeah, of course. But we also had free periods.
Oh.
What?
Tones froze.
What the heck? That's weird. I did that earlier. Let's see if this works. Okay.
I know.
I'm back. Okay. Just got to do a shimmy to see if it works. We also had free periods. So because we had a rotating schedule, I don't know how it worked. It was like usually your science lab was only one day a week. So when that came up later in the week, you didn't have to actually go to your science class. So you had a free period. But a lot of kids would hang out in the cafeteria or one of the common areas. Yeah. So we'd have teachers there too to make sure that everything was going smoothly, or as smoothly as a bunch of kids just juiced up on hormones could be.
Again, frozen.
This is fun. All right. I'm going to deactivate this camera. And
Should we take our commercial break?
Going to do is, we'll take our commercial break real quick. And before we do that, I do have to log into
the word game.
The game. Yeah, give me 2 seconds and we'll do that.
Well, during the commercial break, I know this is on the list, but for later, if you go to seattlegummy.com or Seattle Gummy, because you can do both, seattlegummy.com, they're having a daylight savings sale this week. And if you use code DAYLIGHT on 2 boxes or more of any kind of gummies, so energy, sleep, whatever, recover, you get 30% off. And then you can coupon stack and use code CMA for another 20% off.
Stack those coops, baby.
So if you want to do that on the break, you can do that.
All right. Well, we will be back in a couple of minutes. Oh, hold on. God damn it. Why does this happen? Okay, there we go. Now we're
Thank
back.
you. Good thing we got these emotes.
I'm telling you, these emotes.
So what someone just said, I didn't see who it was because it moved so fast, but we were saying, I wish it would tell us the missing words.
Yeah. Oh, let me turn this off. It's still playing in the background. We don't need that anymore. Close. See you later. Okay,
Goodbye,
perfect.
Earl.
Now, to anyone on YouTube, you were able to see that whole game the whole time, but you weren't able to play. And that's because I believe at the moment we can only connect one of our platforms with that game. So that game is connected to our Twitch, where if you're in the Twitch chat, you can enter it in. It'll play right there. And then if you were on Twitch and you got an ad first and you came back and you saw that game, everyone who is subscribed who did not see ads was playing that game the entire time.
Yep.
So that's how that all works. And you'll notice in that game there are little padlocks. And between each of those padlocks, you can only guess correctly once. So if you guess like the longest word right away, it's going to basically lock your account and give other people a chance to guess the other words until that next padlock is open. So I think you can only correctly guess, 5 words, however many sections
That's cool.
are there. But yeah, we need to figure out what those other words were.
We'll never know.
Bastards. They got us.
never
Let's real quick go back to the list because is cheating genetic? Seems like something a cheater would try to tell you to defend themselves.
So I saw
I'm
this.
sorry, baby, I couldn't. It's in my genes. Just like she was.
Okay. So I saw this article pop up on Pop Sugar yesterday.
Okay.
And I haven't watched this season's Love is Blind, but I guess this is a conversation that happens.
Okay.
And one of the guys, Clay, says to his fiance, I'm concerned that I will be unfaithful because my dad, I've never cheated, but my dad was unfaithful to my mom, and I'm concerned I will be. So Pop Sugar goes out and interviews some doctors, and so it says one study does confirm that there may be some causation between a parent cheating and their child being more open to cheating. Parent infidelity is associated with an individual's own infidelity. But then they start asking other doctors, and some say, no, it's not in your genes.
Okay.
But because you do see it, it kind of, in a way, normalizes it, even though it may not have been a good situation.
Yeah, I guess if that's the household you grew up in where one or both partners are cheating on each other and it's almost like normalized.
Yeah.
Essentially you grew up in a toxic household at that point. Man, I don't know. I can see the excuse, if you will, that, oh, well, I saw it growing up, so it became normalized to me, and I don't think it's that big of a deal anymore, so maybe like I'm more prone to cheating.
But I almost think you saw it. You saw what it did to the other person. Wouldn't you never cheat?
But if the other person kept accepting the cheater back,
then you're like,
and you don't grow up seeing the consequences of cheating, or you're shielded from the bad consequences. Yes, Carla Marie. Oh, Marijuana just jumped in here and gifted, 10 subs? Thank you very much. Look at that.
Damn.
And subscribed on their own for 42 months. Marijuana, by the way, my barber Miles.
You need to start calling him your hairstylist. I tell you this all the time.
My hair bro?
No.
It's a hairstylist? He doesn't really style. I mean, he cuts my hair.
Yeah,
and
but
like I can't style my hair without him, but he doesn't necessarily like put product in it and style it.
Yeah,
I do that.
But like, when I get my hair highlighted, that's my stylist. You
Right,
could
I
say
guess-
color. I could say colorist.
We don't see color here, Carla Marie. I don't even know what color your hair is.
You
But I
should-
guess my hairstyle is dependent on him.
hair and beard stylist.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I mean, the beard is the thing that needs the most attention. Because this thing, if you don't, like, you can have messy hair and still look like a normal human. When you get a messy beard, you look instantaneously homeless.
Okay.
Like, it's just insane. And especially because I have, like, my beard goes up, right? Like, I could get hair all the way up here.
You should see if you could just do, like, the whole face.
Like an eye beard?
Yeah.
That's basically what it would be if I didn't clean it up.
Your eyebrows go pretty fuzzy down. They might connect.
I guarantee
Like, if you
you
were
there
a
is someone who
caveman-
connects this way.
You would never be sunburned on your face.
Just my nose.
That would be funny looking.
It'd be very burned.
But I bet they didn't get sunburned then.
Probably not. They're outdoors like all the time.
No, because we had an ozone layer and the sun wasn't as close.
We still
to
have
me.
an ozone layer.
Nah, do we?
Isn't it basically repaired now?
Yes, someone said it was. We built those sunglass things, apparently. Well, that was a test. They built those giant things that could possibly be almost sunglasses for the Earth that would go in space and float and protect us. I did it in Hope for Humanity a while ago.
And they used it?
They tested it on something and it worked, but now they have to build it bigger. It's basically sunglasses for the Earth.
I don't know.
I love it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, why can't I just call him my barber? Is the question asked by Martha.
I think hairstylist is cooler.
You just want me to call him a hairstylist? I'll do it. It's fine. So I think I have an appointment on Thursday with my hairstylist. Is it Thursday? He's in here.
It is. I saw it earlier.
Okay, perfect.
I had to book something around it.
Oh, because it's in our calendar. That's right. But shout out to Miles. Thank you very much. One of my favorite things that I've been able to do is, because people who you know are good at what they do and who you have an appreciation for, you want them to do better, right? Or at least like get as many clients as they can. And I've been able to at least bring one person in to Miles's barbershop.
Good job, influencer.
Got
Anthony.
one. I got one.
Miles
It's a friend
conveniently
of mine, Mitch.
came in here and switched the topic away from cheating.
Yeah. We
Did
weren't
you
talking
send
about
it?
me cheating.
Did you send him in here?
To do what? Talk about cheating all day. I don't care.
But yeah, I don't think cheating is. I don't think it's genetic. I think it can be learned behavior. But
Yeah. I think that's the difference.
yeah,
Genetic isn't necessarily learned behavior. But
If
I think cheating can become normalized to you. And you might just think it's the way that people act, depending on your upbringing.
if I met a guy,
Yeah.
whether he was my fiance after 3 days of knowing him or not, like a reality show, and he said, "I'm concerned I may cheat because my dad cheated. I think it's genetic, whatever." I'd be like, "I don't have time for this.
Yeah,
This
that's
is insane. Goodbye."
Yeah. But also, his name is Clay, right? Yeah. You can't date a Clay.
Didn't we just meet a Clayton? Yeah, he works here.
What?
The guy this weekend that works for Seattle Cocktail Club.
Clay?
Clayton. Clay is often short for Clayton.
Who's Clayton? Are you making this up? Can you go and ask? Go ask someone here at Seattle Cocktail Club.
The rug guy.
The rug guy who works for Seattle Cocktail Club. What are you talking about? They have a good sand guy too? I need. Who's Clayton?
The guy who makes the core rugs.
What?
He was
The rug guy?
Stop, don't gaslight me. He was here and he was showing you the Pokemon rugs and the cat rugs.
Oh, his name's Clayton. Yeah, okay, there's a Clayton. Okay.
Amy said, "Have you guys been drinking?"
You know it's bad when the person who works
What's
in the
happening?
cocktail industry. What? Oh, it didn't follow you. Hold on. I got you, Carla Marie. Don't worry. There you go. You are back. You know it's bad when the person who owns the cocktail company accuses you of drinking early in the morning because you're so far out there.
She said, "You guys."
Yeah,
Not
it's
me.
you. It's clearly you.
Because she's confused why you can't remember someone you spent the whole day with.
It's not like every time I talk to him, I was like, "Hey, Clayton, what's up? What's up, Clayton? Clayton."
I
Now
do, that's why
I won't forget. Clayton the rug guy, of course. What? No, I know exactly what you're talking about now. He does custom rugs.
Yeah.
They're really cool. He's made a bunch of really cool ones.
Yeah.
Some Pokemon themed ones. What was his? You know what? Since I forgot his name, let's shout out his Instagram.
You're gonna
page.
remember that, but you don't
It's-
remember his name.
I'm not gonna remember it, but I know it's in my following, and it should come up. Let's see. I can sort by latest. Clayton the rug guy. No,
That's not what it,
Night Digital. At Night Digital.
like the nighttime or
Yes, like the nighttime digital. But like, yeah, this is pretty cool stuff. Look at that. That's a rug that he made.
Didn't you show
And he
his
does take-
Pikachu area rug, or am I imagining that?
He does have a
Did you
Pikachu
show
rug.
that somewhere? You didn't put it on your...
No, I don't think I did anything.
No, we just met this guy on Thursday. Thursday?
Yeah, he does, what's it called? Commissions. So you can ask him to make a special thing. Like we were talking to him about making cat rugs with all of Carla Marie's cats. With my one cat and Carla Marie's 3 cats. That's what we were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Next on the list, and this is something I think people are going to get very heated about. Best sandwich in the world. What do you think it is, Carla Marie? You said cheeseburger earlier.
Grilled cheese sandwich is my new answer.
Grilled cheese sandwich is Carla Marie's
Like
new
who?
answer.
I need...
So Taste Atlas is this account.
Who's that?
I don't know what they do. They're a big Instagram account. I'm assuming they have a website that does food reviews and stuff. Taste Atlas is who put this together. It's the best sandwiches in the world. Now, it's not like, the Italian sub from Joe's in Piscataway is the best sandwich. This is the type of sandwich. And they're ranking them. Okay. I need
Grilled
to see.
cheese has to be top.
Grilled cheese is on here. Out of a 5-star rating, it got a 4.2, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. Where do you think it is on the list, Carla? Where do you think it's number one?
How many people? How
Out of
many
50 sandwiches.
Oh, 5.
30. It is number
Who
30.
you? And now I'm not sitting here saying like I love grilled cheese. I have it every day. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm thinking as the general population.
Yes.
Who vote? Did regular people vote or did sandwich people vote?
Tasteatlas.com/sandwiches.
So anyone can
That's
vote.
where you can find all the info.
Because if this is like hoity-toity sandwich critics,
Okay.
just give us the list.
Let's see. There is someone does have in the chat
It's a BLT number 1,
the number one sandwich.
which
It
is
is not
disgusting.
It is not a BLT. I don't even think BLT is on
Wait,
the
bacon,
list.
egg, and cheese?
BLT is bacon,
I'm
lettuce,
asking
tomato.
you bacon, egg, and cheese.
A bacon, egg, and cheese is not
Is a burger even counting in
on
this contest?
the list. Cheeseburger's not on here, and burger's not on here.
Chopped cheese?
Cheesesteak is on here at 31, right under grilled cheese.
Who put cheesesteak after regular cheese?
So, the number one sandwich on this list is banh mi, the Vietnamese, which is Vietnamese, right?
Yeah, which I like, but there's no way the average American voted that number 1.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Banh mi, and it says in parentheses collectively, because there are different versions of banh mi sandwiches. It then took number 1 and number 9 with banh mi, and then it's THJT. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not worldly enough.
HJT?
Yeah, that's how they spelt it. But I think what I want to do is, and then there's another banh mi. Then it's HEOQUAY.
Okay, well.
Again, I'm not going to try to pronounce these because I'm sure I'll butcher them. But here's my problem with the list is if you already told me that banh mi collectively is the number one sandwich, I don't think you should give other spots to other banh mi because we've already grouped them together.
Oh, they have other spots too?
They have number 1, number 9, and number 29. Because there's the group of the banh mi sandwiches.
Okay, can we?
Okay, then
It's number 2.
number 2 is Tambik Doner, which is
Someone said that.
that is Turkish. And then, my people, number
Falafel?
3, shawarma sandwiches. Which I would argue that now you have to define what a sandwich is, right? Because
That's a wrap, right?
that's more of a wrap than a sandwich.
We're not doing that debate today.
I'm just
I
saying.
just want to hear the list.
So shawarma was number 3. They did not say whether it was chicken or beef. Tortas, collectively, number 4. But again, this is my problem because then I think they have tortas somewhere else on the list as well. Then we have, this is where I have my biggest issue, right? So banh mi, doner sandwiches, shawarma, tortas at number 4, sorry. The highest ranking American sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly.
No.
Italian sub.
Lobster rolls.
Get out of here. Get out.
Lobster rolls are the
Hold on. I need
highest
to look
ranking American sandwich.
What is a doner sandwich?
I feel like it's kind of like shawarma.
It is.
right?
Doner kebab.
Or is it
Doner.
kebab
It
specifically?
says doner kebab, also spelled as
Tumbik?
it's doner kebab, is a dish of Turkish origin made of meat cooked on a vertical rotisserie.
Okay.
Oh, it looks cool.
Then we have one from Argentina, sandwich de lomo.
I'm so hungry. Here we go. I hate when we do this.
I don't know what a sandwich de lomo is. And then the first and only entry from Canada is the Montreal smoked meat sandwich.
No.
Italy is number 8, Carla Marie.
What do we got? An Italian
Here, you
sub
can-
from Jersey Mike.
You can pronounce it.
Mozzarella and carosa is not a sandwich.
What is it?
It's a triangle mozzarella stick. This is fake. Someone joked you.
Someone joked me. Is that how that works?
Mozzarella and carosa is a layered fried triangle.
Number
is
9.
wait.
I want to close out the top 10. Number 9 was another banh mi sandwich. We mentioned that earlier. And then coming in at number 10, another American classic. And this one I would probably put above lobster roll if I'm just ranking American sandwiches. Texas brisket,
That's a good one.
the sandwich.
So according to this, mozzarella and carosa is a fried
Let me see.
What the hell is it? Grilled cheese sandwich.
But it's fried mozzarella.
Yes, like
Oh, I can't
no,
believe I said mozzarella like an Italian person, like a fake Italian person.
like
Okay.
that, a whole sandwich. But at Benzi Italian restaurant, they were like tiny little sandwiches, but I guess they're different everywhere. But I would not
You can't base your entire life on the Bensi menu.
see, like, this is what another version of them are. Like, that's
Like
not
little
a
dumplings?
sandwich to me. Yeah. Look, that's not a sandwich. That's a snack bite.
Here's what I want you to do, though, Carla Marie. Try to, number 28.
I'm not going to make me mispronounce somebody's heritage.
So it's a sandwich from Denmark. And I tried to find it because I feel like we have a lot of
Wait.
Nordic restaurants or Nordic people
Okay.
here
Lisa
in
and Jen,
Seattle.
thank you. Mozzarella and carosa is an appetizer. What number?
Okay. Number 28. It's got the flag of Denmark there.
Are you kidding? Flackest stickest sandwich. It literally says sandwich at the end.
It does.
Flake. It's a steak sandwich, I think. Steak and eggs. Wait, flake a steak sandwich. Flake a steak sandwich.
Flake a steak. I don't know how to pronounce it. Flocken steak?
FLEA.
You got it? We're trying to look it up and see how it's pronounced.
Flake a steak. Oh, this looks interesting. Oh, it's like a rolled turkey. A turkey roll slice.
Okay. So if you want to check it out for yourself, you can go to tasteatlas.com/sandwiches. That has the full list of the best 50 sandwiches. I will say, even though I don't agree with the top ranked American sandwich, it seems like America has a lot of representation on here.
No. This is not my normal guy that tells me how to pronounce things.
Is that a parody account?
No.
Or is that really how it's pronounced?
Where's my other guy that tells me how to pronounce things? Although I can't stand him, he's too slow, but
Oh, man.
I would love to meet him.
One more time with that voice.
No.
Because I've never heard that accent before in my life.
There's a bunch of videos about this sandwich. No, it's from a...
It did. Thank you. Meg said it sounded fake. We only have one French sandwich on here.
Is it the French dip?
It's the croquet monsieur or something.
It sounds like a croquette.
But yeah, if you want to check it out, tasteatlas.com/sandwiches.
Who is they?
Who is Taste Atlas? Let's go check it out, Carla Marie. Let's do some investigative journalism.
They're probably a Vietnamese company. Put banh mi number one. I get
Atlas.
I could go for some mozzarella.
Travel global, eat local. Ooh, explore near me.
That's
okay.
cool.
Search locations or food. Flocken Raven steak.
EAK. How do they eat? Are people seeing this?
I could put it on in a second.
So
Yeah.
what is Travel Global Eat Local in Seattle? What are we eating?
Okay,
Salmon?
Let's just type in Seattle here and see what
Seattle
happens.
dog. But like the Seattle dog, I can't. It's like not a thing you eat
So
everywhere.
it tells you need to go to Beecher's
Beecher's.
Handmade Cheese.
Bakery Nouveau.
There's a German chocolate cake that we're supposed to try.
Ray's Boathouse.
Isn't that right here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Which is good.
Okay, yeah. Seattle Dog, Beecher's flagship.
Jesus. It's good.
The cocktail we have to try is called a Royce. Is that specific to Seattle? I've never heard of that before.
Guava juice. An Italian buck is a cocktail we need to have here.
I guess we have to try all these.
The crab cakes here are the best crab cakes I've ever had in my life.
Didn't you not eat crab cake until you
I
got
moved
to
to
Seattle?
Seattle.
Something like that?
Crab, period. Because they're different here. The Alaskan ones.
The Dungeness crabs?
Yeah, the ones that are dangerous to get.
Is that what they do, like all the fishing boats?
Oh.
Is that what they're going to get?
I forgot to tell you.
The most dangerous catch?
This
Something?
month, the church that we pass on our way to work,
Yeah.
they have a sign outside that they're blessing all of the fleet at the terminal.
I'd go to that. That seems
I
cool.
thought it was so cool.
When are they doing that?
I think it was March 27th or something.
I would go to that. That seems like a cool event.
They're going to bless all the guys and say bye. Because
Now-
I say guys because there's probably...
Is it like a procession of ships and they just like flick water at it and be like,
Just
you're
take it from
now
it.
blessed?
I don't know, but the Deadliest Catch dudes are there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that show still on?
I have no idea.
I would like to go on one of the, but like I would like to be airdropped onto one of those boats for a day and then removed the next day. Like I'm not going.
I don't
on
know
the
if
whole,
they can do those with that. Some of the bigger ones, maybe they can.
They just drop me. I don't need to land. Like down. Like I don't need the helicopter to land.
Oh, like
And then
rappel,
they
like you'll
scoop me
rappel
back
on
up,
like a
Coast
rope.
Guard.
There's no chance you would be able to do that.
No, I'm not rappelling. They're dropping me like in a rescue because I want to
So they
feel
put
what
you-
it's like, but then
so
I'm gonna
they
get
put
sick.
you in the little like body bag thing, and they lower
No,
you.
in like one of these, and then I go.
Yeah, that's rappelling.
But I'm not doing it. They are with their cable, like in the movie Coast Guard.
Okay. You know what? It is time to get out of here, Carla Marie.
You want to fly a helicopter into the Bering Strait?
I don't know what.
Do you watch Deadliest Catch?
I've never actually watched an episode.
I think it would be the scariest thing in the whole world to be on one of those boats.
I absolutely think that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, they go down, those things. It was only a couple of years
There's
ago
no
that
way you survive there's not a chance you're surviving if your boat.
capsizes or
Yeah,
something.
there's no way.
You'd probably freeze to death, right? I know that one of the locations that I guess they've filmed at in the past, and it's a place where a lot of
Again, bro.
no. All right, bro.
I don't know if the bro was you or the camera.
So I'll talk for a second while this camera resets. There we go. And we're back. So there's a location that I know they've used in the show, and I think the guys still go there pretty often,
Oh,
the
right
Lock
here.
Spot Cafe.
Yeah, but that's not dangerous. That's on land. What are you talking about? We've been there twice. Yep. What are you trying to say?
I was just going to say, it's near us. That's the closest I've been to the show. I've never watched an episode of the show. But when my brother visited the first time, he said, hey, I found this place online, and I guess that's the whole story behind it.
You never watched an episode of Deadliest Catch?
Never, no. Never, not once.
Okay, you're gonna.
Why?
Because it's wild.
Oh, I've seen the clips. It looks insane. And I feel like the clips that they show are the wildest clips.
So they need to be blessed before they head out.
All right, so maybe I'll watch an episode before I go bless their ships. Do you think the priest will let me bless one?
Excuse me, I'm a deacon.
What if I get what's the certification you can get online, like an ordained minister?
I am that.
Maybe you could do it. Why are you ordained?
Because we talked about this. I got an email 2 weeks ago that was like, congratulations on
right.
being ordained for 4 years. Because 4 years ago, we were doing a radio promotion called Wedding in a Week. And the
Yes.
couple that won was going to get married within 1 week of winning. And we were doing this whole wedding for them. Unfortunately, that was like March 12th, 2020. And I remember we went to the venue, Ascend,
Yes,
right? In
Ascend
Bellevue.
Prime.
Ascend Prime in Bellevue. Gorgeous restaurant, beautiful views. And the day we went there, I did an Amazon Prime order pickup of a bunch of medicine and snacks and candy in case I was going to be locked at home for a few days.
For a couple
And I
weeks.
remember taking all the stuff in the backpack, and we were there, and I'm like, this is cool. So do we think this is going to get canceled? Nah, it'll be fine.
But
Next
she was
day.
telling us the woman that was in charge of that account of like doing events at that spot was telling us that I guess that week they had canceled a big Microsoft event because Microsoft is just up the road from them, and a big Facebook event. And she said something like, yeah, I think they're just going to reschedule for like 2 or 3 weeks when this thing kind of passes.
It was such a weird time here.
It was within the week, right, that everything shut down?
It was like the next day we went back and they're like, bye, that's canceled. So I never got to use it. So I will use it to bless the ships.
Meg is asking in the Twitch chat, did they ever get married?
No, I don't know.
And we never even ran the promo.
No, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we just never, we had the people.
We did?
We had all the submissions. I don't think we picked the couple.
Yes. Okay. We may have been having people submit online, but we never picked anyone. Because it wouldn't have been possible to pick them since it would have had to happen so quickly. If we didn't have the space locked down yet.
No, we did. I think we were just
them.
laying out where photos were going to be, where I was going to stand.
All right. Well, with all of that, today's been a show, definitely. What are you looking at, Carla Marie? You good?
Just reading.
All right. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Don't forget, there is a new episode of the Morning Show podcast. You can get that wherever you get your shows. My camera's freaking out now. Carla Marie, any last words?
Oh, I'm glitching. Whoa. SeattleGummy.com. Code DAYLIGHT and then code CMA. You get to double stack coupons. I think you have till the end of the week.
Yeah, load up on them. Peace out.